This video title wasn't clickbait. These Apple Watch watch bands I'm about to tell you about literally are one of a kind. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, BMAC. And today is an exciting day because today we're going to talk about an Apple Watch watch band that I think is one of the most unique Apple Watch watch bands I have ever seen. Now, you know I've tried leather bands. You know I've tried nylon bands. I've tried metal bands. I've even tried going bandless, wearing the Apple Watch without any band at all. No, that's not. Just kidding. I didn't do that. Even though those Apple Watch watch band materials are great for what they are, there's a new watch band with a new material hitting the market that I think is pretty darn impressive. Today we're talking about SomeLoops Apple Watch watch bands made out of 100% merino wool. Wool Apple Watch bands. Apple Watch bands that are made out of wool. Do you realize how cool this is? And not just any wool here, we're talking about merino wool. If you don't know what merino wool is, don't worry, I'm gonna break it down for you, tell you exactly why you're gonna end up loving this material. And everything about the band creation process, the manufacturing process, it's all very natural and sustainable. As I get older and wiser, that's something that's important to me. Well, I might not be getting wiser, but as I get older, that's something that's important to me. And what that means is no harmful chemicals, natural materials, and something that's becoming more near and dear to my heart, no animals are actually harmed in the band creation process. But as with any Apple Watch band, style and customization options obviously are things we have to talk about, which is why it's nice to know that there are clearly a variety of different colors available for SomeLoops bands. I personally like rocking the gray color of the SomeLoops band the most. Actually, I can't wait to get the silicone one off. I'm gonna rip this thing off and put this one on real quick. Boom. So as you can see, I love the gray color because obviously it's closest to matte black, my personal favorite color when it comes to my tech products. And if you look close enough at these bands, you could actually see the individual wool fibers that make up the band itself, which actually shows you the cool texture that's built into the band. I think that is just so cool. But here I also have the yellow and lime green colors of the SomeLoops bands. They have other colors as well, such as royal blue, dark red, dark green, a variety of different colors for a variety of different tastes, for a variety of different needs, for a variety of different occasions, for a variety everything. And in case you're wondering, in addition to be able to pick out your wool color, you do actually get to pick out your hardware color and size as well. So this hardware you see right here, this is actually important. This is the hardware that's actually going to match and allow your Apple Watch band to be compatible with your particular Apple Watch. I'm currently rocking this video, the Apple Watch Series 4 Space Gray Aluminum 44mm, and clearly these bands are compatible with that, but let's say you're rocking a different Apple Watch. Let's say you're instead rocking an Apple Watch Series 3 38mm Rose Gold. For something like that, you have options as well. You will be able to have matching and compatible hardware for your Rose Gold Series 3. So basically, you have hardware options that match and are compatible with any Apple Watch currently on the market. With the SomeLoops band design, you get a very classic look, a very minimalistic style for a band for your Apple Watch. You can clearly see there are two pieces here. We have a top part and a bottom part. The bottom part has that tapered end with drilled holes to allow you to customize this particular band to your particular size wrist. And you can see we have a buckle system on this band, which is nice. That allows this band to be quickly and easily put onto your wrist. And I also notice at the areas where the hardware meets the band itself, it looks like we have some reinforced material there. And to top all that off, you even get a very helpful loop keeper here in case your bottom part of the band, the tapered end, is a little bit long if you have very small wrists, such as myself. But like we were mentioning before, the material that this band is actually made out of, that merino wool, definitely worth talking about. For one thing, merino wool actually has thermo-regulating properties, which means you're gonna be comfortable with this band in both warm and cold environments. With thermoregulation, if you're in a warm environment, obviously you're gonna be perspirating a little bit, you're gonna be sweating a little bit. The merino wool will actually regulate your body temperature by regulating your body moisture. If it's warm out, like it is outside today, I'm sweating in this room, it's gotta be 90 degrees. I'm perspirating a little bit, as you could probably tell. And even though I'm sweating a little bit making this video, my wrists are a little bit sweaty, but the band itself doesn't feel like it's collecting any sweat because that merino wool is regulating my temperature and wicking that body moisture away from my body. Now the nice thing is, if it was cold in here, the complete opposite of that would be happening. The merino wool actually regulates temperature in both ways. So if it were a little bit cold in here, the merino wool would actually keep more body moisture closer to my body, therefore keeping my wrist a little bit cozier, therefore making the SomeLoops bands very comfortable to wear no matter what situation you're in or what time of year you're in. And speaking of comfortability, kind of like we touched on before, this isn't just any normal wool. You might think of wool, you might think of itchiness or scratchiness. No, this is merino wool. This is some soft wool. Merino wool is some of the highest quality wool possible. It's hypoallergenic, so you're not gonna have any issues with this against your skin. Oh my gosh, this is so soft. I wish I had a blanket on my bed made out of these things. And I also wanna point out that these things are quick drying and washable. Merino wool, with the way it works with the whole thermal regulation we just talked about, because it has the ability to wick away moisture, these things dry very quick. If you were to get these things wet by your natural sweat, they're gonna dry off real quick. It's not like this thing is gonna be soaking up sweat in your arm and just staying there. I've been wearing this one for about, what, like 15 minutes during the filming of this video, and I'm sweating, but this thing is pretty darn comfortable. I can't feel any moisture there at all. But since you will be sweating, since you're probably gonna be introducing a little bit of odor when you sweat, I mean, those things go hand in hand. You sweat a little bit of odor is gonna come about. Luckily, these bands aren't gonna stink because they actually have odor trapping properties that allow these things not to smell. So if you wear your SomeLoops band working out like I do with this band, I'm sweating a lot during my workout, even though the sweat isn't being trapped in the band itself because it's, again, getting rid of that body moisture. Even though the merino wool band is doing all that, it's probably gonna trap a little bit of odor because obviously, you sweat a lot, you're gonna introduce odors, but the band is gonna trap those odors inside the material itself. And since these bands are washable, you could actually wash these bands from time to time to keep them fresh, and then you'll never know that you're wearing these bands while you're working out or doing whatever you do on a daily basis, because they'll never smell and they'll always feel like they're new. But another thing we have to talk about, durability. These things are super strong and super durable, but to the point where they're still very comfortable. It's hard to get both of those in a band. I've had a couple bands in the past that are like the most durable possible, but they really didn't feel that good on your wrist. Unlike these bands by SomeLoops that are strong, durable, somewhat stretchable, but also at the end of the day, remarkably comfortable. Now, even though I do typically rock a leather or a nylon or metal band during the day, and I primarily use the SomeLoops bands for working out, you can wear these bands whenever you want. I just think these bands do the best job of keeping my wrist comfortable so I'm not dealing with sweat or stickiness when I'm working out like I used to have with this silicone band. This band is not bad to come with the Apple Watch. It's a good starter band, but if you work out with it a few times, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, adjusting your watch, you're gonna have sweat dripping down your arm. It's not fun. So I primarily use these bands at the gym. I love them. They're rugged, they're strong. I know that they'll stay attached to my wrist, and most importantly, they'll keep me comfortable while being in style while working out. So in the end, I'm super impressed with these Apple Watch watch bands from SomeLoops. They're made out of merino wool, something I thought you would never make an Apple Watch watch band out of, but SomeLoops did, and they killed it because of how great these watch bands are and because of all their unique properties. Everything about this band, remarkable. So if you guys are interested in checking out some SomeLoops bands for yourself, you guys could actually head to the link BMAC.link/SomeLoops. That'll bring you to the product page for this merino wool felt bands right here. And since I actually ended up loving these bands so much, I actually decided to partner with SomeLoops to help support this channel, but also to hook you guys up with a promo code. If you guys want to snag a few SomeLoops bands for yourself, you could do so using the promo code BMAC5. That promo code will get you 5% off your entire purchase on SomeLoops. Snag a couple of these bad boys, you could thank me later. And do me a favor, if you end up getting a couple SomeLoops bands for yourself, come back here and write down in the comment section below what you think of them. I'm like 95% certain you're gonna immediately see why merino wool is a pretty unique watch band material and why it's actually quite beneficial in a watch band. So that's BMAC.link/SomeLoops with the promo code BMAC5 for 5% off your entire SomeLoops purchase. I hope you enjoyed these things as much as I do. I'm gonna go hydrate up. I'm also gonna mix together my pre-workout to get ready for my workout tonight. Have a workout with a very comfortable wrist. I will see you guys in my next video. 8:30 at night. I'm drinking pre-workout at 8:30 p.m. and I wonder why I have a hard time falling asleep, and I'm going to bed at 4 a.m. every night. I have an issue.